Today I'm doing a review of the Pigeon by Fiore knives. It's their own design. It is very reminiscent of the Fiore knife, as you can tell. It's a pinless design. Pretty similar look, except you have your weights in the side of the handle. It does have a really nice finish to it. It has a good balance. It's aluminum handle. The only problem you're going to have with this when you get it is going to be in pieces, and the washers that he sent with it do not fit properly. It comes with four washers. One set is thinner than the other set. Kind of hard to tell here, but you have a thin washer on one side and a little bit thicker on the other. The thicker washer is too thick, causing to where the handles would barely move at all. So you're going to have to mod it a little bit, and you're going to have to sand down your washers. So if you're unfamiliar with assembling or tearing apart a Balisong or any of that stuff, probably best to stay away from this unless you're looking for a, somewhat of a challenge to learn how to assemble them. But once I got it sanded down, I mean, the handles are smooth, not too bad at all. The pivot screws were kind of odd. It just has like a cylindrical piece in the middle, and then it has separate screws that go in each end, and each screw has a lock washer on it, which for all intent and purposes works pretty well, keeping the screws locked in place. I don't have to put any Loctite on it. But the only problem I have, and you're really not going to be able to tell with this video, is they do tend to slide back and forth. It's not a tight, snug fit, and that may be a design thing, where maybe it's made that way so it doesn't get too tight. I don't know. I don't know, I've never made a Balisong, so I can't say. But they do stay tight. Going to get a little bit of rattle from them. There's a little bit of tap from the blade. Most of it you're hearing is from these screws up here, because they're rattling back and forth. How does it flip? Not too bad. It's kind of fun to flip, actually. Chaplains, this is like really hard to do on, hold the phone and do a chaplain, sorry. But it does chaplains really well. Like, it just sticks to the finger. I mean, and that's very little effort to do that. So I mean, it's really good. I mean, as far as that goes, it's a good trainer. Like, if you're someone who's trying to learn how to fan, it's excellent. If you're trying to learn how to do chaplains, it's excellent. Because of the roundness of the handles, it flows really well. I think the balance, again, I'm trying to do this with one hand. The balance is really good. It's a good weight. This is not a Fiore quality knife, obviously. It does not have bushings in it. It does not have bearings in it, nothing fancy. It's just washers, but they work okay. So I put a couple, like a what I thought of it type of thing on Reddit today. My biggest gripe was, like I said, putting it together was absolutely ridiculous. It's almost like they didn't even put them together before they disassemble them and packaged them and sent them away. He just threw some parts together, and good luck. And there's been some other people on Instagram that have complained of the same thing. They can't get it together without modding it. Now, I don't know about you, but whether I'm paying $40 for a knife or $400 for a knife, I shouldn't have to do anything with the knife when I get it. I should be able to take it out of the box. If I have to assemble it, so be it. But I should be able to do that without any issues and be able to have fun afterwards. And I just don't. You don't have that option with this knife at this point. Now, again, this is the first 30 that he sold on Instagram, so he may improve with it. He may get better when he makes another batch, and he'll eliminate these issues. Let's hope. I believe he's going to have some other colors as well. First run he just had the black, which is fine. Like I said, it is kind of fun to flip. If it's in your price range, you know, for something cheap and you want to tolerate putting the dang thing together and fighting with that, I mean, by all means, I think it's worth $40 just to kind of have and flip. Like I said, the quality seems pretty on point for the price, I guess. Oh, one other little thing. You're not going to be able to see it with the video, but he put, looks like some kind of an epoxy or resin in the handles, which is semi-clear, which is kind of nice because it deadens the sound of the aluminum when it closes, which is kind of nice. I like that, actually. I did the same thing with my Triton, just to kind of deaden the sound so it sounds a lot better. But yeah, I mean, yes or no, would I recommend this? Yes. For fun factor, it is unique. It's kind of a cool, inexpensive knife to play with once you get used to the size of the handles and the fact that there's very little grip. And like I said, I usually can flip much better than this. I just don't do it well holding a phone. But like, yeah, back to the would you buy it, would you not buy it? If you don't want to mess with putting this thing together and sanding down the washers, stay away from it. There's other knives out there in this price range that are much better. But I mean, it's a nice one to add to my collection, so that's what I'm going to do. So this is Balisong and the Kia G, and I know it's been a while since I've been on here doing some reviews. I've actually gotten quite a few more Balisongs since my last review. Just haven't had a lot of time to get on here. But just thought I'd do a quick one of this one, because I haven't seen anything on YouTube or any other social media talking about this too much. So just wanted to put it out there for you guys. You can make your own decision.